What's going on YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you're interested in purchasing my book, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. So today I'm going to go over the top 5 questions that I get asked the most on YouTube, and then I'm going to ask you 5 questions. I'll answer them too, but I'm going to ask you guys 5 questions that I want you to answer down in the comments, because the 5 questions I want to ask are things I always want to ask everybody, but I never do because it's not socially appropriate. So let's go ahead and get going. And some of these are weird. Anyway, number 1, first question I get asked the most often: when are you going to start enjoying your money? So I'm going to be annoying and answer your question with a question. Sort of. All right, so I love watching documentaries about serial killers, right? Dahmer, Bundy, Kemper, Israel Keys, you name it. Love watching that stuff. And part of the allure of watching those types of documentaries is trying to understand, how can somebody be that crazy? How can somebody be that way, right? How can somebody just murder people and do bad things to their corpse and eat them? And it's like, how does somebody go from A to B? Like, how does that happen? And then after years of watching these documentaries, which I still watch, I finally understand that I'm never going to understand them. We just simply think differently. So whenever somebody asks me that question, I always ask a question back. What should I spend my money on? Please tell me, what should I spend my money on that's going to make me happier? And I've never gotten an answer back. Can you believe that? Never gotten an answer back. So let's say that they do answer back and they're like, why don't you get a new car? I have my dream car. Now, my dream car is not a Porsche or a Lambo or a Tesla. My dream car is a 1998 Toyota Camry. You can go ahead and laugh at that. It is the color I want. It is in pristine condition. It has less than, I think, 80,000 miles. It's either 80 or 90. It has less miles than that. And it's my dream car. I already have my dream car. So what's the point? You should buy a motorcycle. Well, first of all, I can't drive a motorcycle anymore because I have a problem with tearing it going above anything above 30 miles an hour. I start tearing and I can't see. I have e-bikes, which I deem to be a lot safer. So I'm not going to buy a motorcycle. You should buy a boat. Well, why would I want to buy a depreciating asset when I can just call my friend Sandy and she'll take me out on her boat and we can go skiing for the entire day, enjoy the sun, do all that good stuff? You should go on an extravagant vacation. Well, I already live in my dream location where in any direction I travel, 2 hours in any direction, I end up to vacation destinations. Yosemite National Park, the ocean, the beach, the redwood forest, the Bay Area, San Francisco, Sonoma, Napa, and Monterey, you name it. I'm going to be there in 2 hours. There's no point for me in taking an extravagant vacation when I already live. Like, I can go on vacation literally every day if I wanted to. So I don't understand, so I'm trying, I know that you're trying to understand my brain, but at the same time, I'm doing the same thing with you. I'm trying to understand your brain. What is it about enjoying money? What is it about spending money that makes you happy? How does that make you happy? Tell me what to buy, and if I haven't already bought it, maybe if I think it'll make me happy, I'll buy it, but we just don't think the same. I'm never going to understand you, and you're never going to understand me. I'm a simple person. I don't need extravagant stuff. Number 2, why are you so cheap when you have so much money? That's the number 2 thing I get asked all the time. Why not? why spend money when you don't have to? I mean, I don't know how else to answer it. Like, there's no point in spending money when you don't have to. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you can do something for free, why pay for it? You're like, hey, free entry to the Six Flags, free entry. No. Let me hand over $100. You know, I don't want it for free. Here you go. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know how else to answer that. What is your net worth? Okay, so I'm not going to answer that, and this is why. If people found out my net worth and decided to do something bad, they could sue me for something. They could fall on my property. You know, they could claim that, I don't know what they could claim, but I don't want to tell my net worth because it puts my personal security at risk. They might try to steal my identity or do some crazy stuff. So I'm not going to say that. And that's also why I don't show my accounts. Some people say it's either like, what's your net worth? Or, you know, I don't believe that you're a millionaire. I think you're a liar. That's fine. I don't care if you think I'm a liar. And I don't care if you don't believe me, but I'm not going to show my accounts online where it may potentially get millions of views. And, you know, somebody could look up my account information and try and hack my information or steal my account or steal my money. I'm not going to show that just to prove that I'm not lying. You're just going to have to take my word for it. And I won't say my net worth, again, for my own security. It's more than $1 million and it's less than 2. How's that? So there you go. How much money do you make? I will tell people how much money I make on YouTube, but I will not tell them how much I make overall. Again, that's a security issue. But on YouTube, so usually it's it's between $2,000 and $2,400, $2,500 a month before taxes. But YouTube does not take taxes out of your paycheck. So whatever it is that you make, you have to set aside like 35%. I set it at 33, but you have to set a third of it aside for taxes later on. So if I'm making $2,400, whatever the calculation is, let's say $2,500. So that my take home is $1,650. So the way that I like to do it is, if you see a number like however many subscribers they have, so if they have 250,000 subscribers, the approximate amount is going to be $2,500. If they have 1 million subscribers, the approximate amount is going to be $10,000. If they have 100,000 subscribers, the approximate amount is going to be about $1,000. So you just take that and then you take off some zeros, and that's approximately what most people make. Unless they're like, they don't have hardly any subscribers, but like everybody watches them, then that's a bit different. But from what approximate. And those websites that say how much a YouTuber makes, or the videos that people make saying how much a YouTuber makes, they are so far off. They're off by like 80% every time. Social Blade is always wrong, like way off. And then when I watch these people making videos, they're like, okay, she makes this much doing this much. And I'm like, you are not even close in any way, shape, or form. So don't ever ask about that. But I have a lot of passive incomes. I've got dividends. I usually automatically reinvest those, but I've got stocks and bonds, dividends and stuff like that. I've got rental property, I guess book sales, but that all goes to charity, and Amazon affiliates. Anything Amazon related goes to charity. And I've got Patreon, And I've got some other side gigs too, but they're all, and I can't tell you exactly how much I make every month. I could tell you in a year once I get my taxes back, but on a month-to-month basis, I can be feast or famine. I never know. Let's see. Why are you obsessed with saving money? I think you have a mental illness. This is a money-saving channel. That's what we talk about. So that's why you think I have a mental illness, and that's why you think I'm obsessed with saving money, because this is a money-saving channel, and that's what I talk about. So if you knew me in my real life, if you were a friend of mine, I think my brother and I discussed our net worth once, and that was it. Like, how much do you think you're worth right now? Oh, I don't know, this much. How about you? I don't know, somewhere around here. Oh, okay. And I think that's the only time it's ever been brought up, and then we just went on to other subjects. But my friends, my family, nobody knows my net worth. Nobody cares, because money is not really, it's not taboo. It's not like we're afraid to talk about it. It's just not important for us to talk about when we're, when you're hanging out with friends and stuff like that. It's just not important. And if I had a friend who said, hey, I'm really down and out, but I'd really like to hang out. Can we do something, but it doesn't cost me money? No problem. I've got a million ideas of things we can do. Whenever I get together with my buddy Shelly, everything that we do is outdoors anyway, and it doesn't cost any money. Same with Kate. We're always either in eating or drinking our coffee, or we're just shooting the breeze out in the backyard. The best friends, the company that you keep is so much more important than the money you spend in order to keep that company, if that makes sense. So I don't talk about money in my normal life. It's not that important. But again, this is a money saving channel, so maybe that's why you think I have a mental illness about saving money. So whatever. Those are my top 5 questions that I get asked on YouTube. So now we're going to go over some 5 questions that I made up that I want you guys to answer, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I really want to know. Okay, so here's a fun question. Number 1, what is the most expensive or valuable possession you have in your house? This can't be like a car or your house. It has to be like a thing. So mine is an e-bike that I'm currently testing. I'm just having a blast with it, but it goes for $2,400 right now, and I think that's the most expensive thing I own. Yes, that is definitely the most expensive thing I own, and it's so much fun. You'll find out sooner or later. Okay, number 2. What is the last new thing you purchased? It can't be anything used. It can't be from a thrift store. What is the last new thing that you purchased? Mine was a pair of gloves and a helmet for riding the e-bike. So, and a cell phone holder for the handlebars. But they all came with the same purchase. The helmet, the gloves were $7. The helmet was $25, and the phone holder was $12, I think. So that was the last new purchase of new stuff I bought. Number 3, what was your last luxury purchase? I'm sorry, I don't know. A candle from the Dollar Tree. It's a luxury. I didn't need it. It was $1.25 tea and mahogany candle. Smells amazing. That's luxury for $1.25. Number 4, what was the last thing you purchased eating out? And how much was it? I didn't write these down. I just wrote down the questions. I so rarely eat out. I don't know if I can remember this one. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to say Denny's. When I first moved here and the grocery store had closed, but Denny's was open, must have been 6 months ago, 5, 6 months ago. And I remember, I know I got chicken strips and onion rings, but I know I got something else, but I don't remember. I'm sorry, it was so long ago. I don't remember how much it was, but it was chicken strips and onion rings. And I asked for extra napkins and ranch, and they gave me like 1,000 napkins and like 5 canisters of ranch and honey mustard. That's all. I'm sorry, I have no idea how much it was. Probably $15 to $20, but I don't remember. It was that long ago. I don't like eating out. It messes with my stomach. And that one cost me, I remember, I was not feeling good for like 3 days. Number 5, how much do the clothes you are wearing cost? Excellent question. Okay, so I've got my watch. It's a off-brand smart watch. It's a Very Fit Pro watch. It was like $25. The shirt is an Amazon Basics, I believe. Also $25. Let's see. Okay, so I have an undershirt. I'm guessing $10. It's just like a cheap shirt. A cheap undershirt. I don't know. So I'm wearing a pair of Target high-rise flare jeans. Not flare, but boot cut high-rise. And I want to say $35. The socks were a gift, and so were the shoes. The shoes I got with a gift card that were a gift, but the value of the shoes is like $65. And my underwear, I have no idea. I'm not going to go over the underwear. And the necklace was a gift. So, all right, those are my 5 questions I get asked the most, and 5 questions I wanted to ask you guys. So answer those down in the comments because I want to hear them. All right, do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. Our walking trail is flooded. Rocky don't care. You don't care, do ya? That's the walking trail. He just thinks it's playtime for swimming. Rocky, come here. Come here, mister. Hey.